Hey everybody, I thought I'd come to you from my back porch. There's so much going on here and I'm seeing some really great sprouting going on, so I'm going to give you a little video on some of my successes. One of them, this is how I was rooting my figs. See if we can get you a peek inside the bottle. Look at that. This is a mission fig. This is the last one that I'm rooting because the other cutting is already rooted and it's doing great. My chocolate persimmon, so we can get you a peek in there. There we go. Those are doing wonderful. Still waiting to see roots. Oops. And as you can see, my bottle just came apart, but it's a little, basically the concept is a little greenhouse to keep them from drying out too quickly. And I'll fix that when I'm off video. And that's a chocolate persimmon as well, doing well. I have several things. Let's see what's in here. This is the chai. The chai has got some green leaves coming in, so hopefully we're developing roots. It's a long wait on that one. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or not, but I'm trying. My star fruit, I still have 3. I planted 3 seeds and I have 3 baby trees. And you can see they're looking really good and healthy. A little slow growing right now. They sprouted fast and then slowed down. This is the macadamia nut. As you can see, here's my hand next to it. So it's getting quite tall. It might be about 8 inches tall now, and it's doing really good. It likes more sun is what I'm finding out. I have a couple papayas sprouting, a pigeon pea going, and this is an American persimmon. So I got one of those that sprouted. I have more seeds I can plant, but the others in this pot did not sprout. So it's like a hit or miss. My moringa, I believe, is putting on roots because I have growth on just about every stick. As you can see, there's some new growth, and I just threw them all in a pot of compost, pure compost, and I'm just waiting to see the results. Let's see, what else have we got? Oh, I'm so excited this morning to see all this. I have a baby asparagus. I planted asparagus seeds. We don't grow asparagus, but we love to eat it. So this year I'm like, well, why not grow it? So we are growing it. These are my purple figs from Sam J, and as you can see, they're all doing really, really great. I'm real excited for those. Some of my other figs are not doing so good, but I'm not giving up. They're out here, they're protected. They did have roots when I put them in these pots, and from there they seem to go dormant for a little while, so we'll see if they come back. I have my Amish paste tomatoes that I started from seeds. I got basil, cauliflower, and I'm not too sure what's down there, but I got some really good sprouting going on there. Well, let's see if we can get in there. There we go. Some really good sprouting in these pots. So I've had really good success there. And here's a shocker. That's my Malabar spinach. It's got a flower on it. Many of them are starting to flower. They've barely grown. So I don't know what's going on with that. And then I have a row of avocados. These are just freshly potted. The neighbor dug them out of his yard from underneath his avocado trees. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one is right here. It's got new leaves on. This one I started from a seed. And this is a pagoda tree. Not sure, it's doing great, but it's a flower. Again, it was a gift, so we're growing it. My pomegranates, I got one that's just getting really long. I'm not sure if I'm going to need to stake it up or not, but this whole row here is all pomegranates. And I've got my Mexican, I think it's a Mexican, hold on, Mexican gherkin. It's doing wonderful. Probably too much water right now, so I got to empty that dish. We try not to let standing water kind of mosquitoes, so it's just a drip pan to keep them a little bit in there. These were blueberries, and I repotted them, put them in compost because they were literally dying. So it was in like a bulk, yeah, a bark mulch in the pot around the roots, and it just wasn't thriving, and everything had died off. So I unpotted them to see if the roots were viable. They still looked viable, and I cut all the dead wood off of this one as an experiment, and look at the new growth I got in just about a week's time. Really good growth. And these are now in total compost with a bark mulch topping to keep it moist. I've got a volunteer tomato. This was in one of the blueberry pots. And these are my goji berry, and they're not doing so good. Ever since the transplant, they just aren't thriving. This is my jackfruit, and we're getting new leaves. Yay! So the jackfruit's still doing great. It's in the biggest pot I have for now. If it needs a bigger pot, we'll go bigger. If I have to go buy one, I will. Now the other thing is this garden out here. I planted a row of cucumbers and a row of zucchini, and no sign of my cucumbers, nothing. But I believe these are the zucchinis, are coming up. I got 6 of them sprouted, so I'm real excited about that. I planted them straight into the ground in compost, and as you can see, I put some mulch around them once they sprouted through the ground. You do not mulch till things sprout, then you mulch. This is my mulberry tree I'm very excited for. You can see I got a limb there, and I'm getting another one around the side there. And then there's some green down here on that stem as well. So we're getting some really great growth on that little tree. I did nothing special. I didn't even have compost or wood chips here when I planted this. All I did was shove it into the ground and flag it so nobody would weed whack it. And the results have been really spectacular. That's the only one right now I'm getting really good results from though, and that's a little sad because I planted 3 out here. And there's my Malabar spinach that I put into the ground. So that one seems to be doing good. I've got 3 of them I did as a test plant, and they seem to be taking, so that's good. My chamomile, not so much. I don't think it likes the direct sun, so I may end up having to dig this out and move it into the shade. My lemongrass is doing beautiful. And the other exciting news is I've got blackberry flowers. These blackberries have been in here almost 3 years. They're not very big. They're pretty small. But this whole row here was planted in blackberries, and they're starting to spread out into my garden area. And unfortunately, they were wild blackberries, but it's what I had access to at the time. So I dug a few up and brought them home, and as you can see, we're going to probably have our first blackberries this year. And the other thing is, look at that guy. Yeah, see that over the top? That's all bamboo. It's taking over. So you can see this is in my blackberry patch. I think I'm going to have to do some major cutbacks, and here's another one. I really don't mind it back here because I don't have to weed whack it or mow it, chop it down. It's not in the way, and that's a good thing, I guess. It's a shade provider for that corner, so I think I'm okay with that for now. If it starts interfering with other things I'm trying to grow, then it'll definitely be yanked out. So, and that's the update for the patio. Oh, I gotta show you this. I know I do my pond videos as a separate video, but check this out. This is a pickerel. You see the shaped leaf? That's pickerel, and it's blooming, guys. To me, that just makes it all worthwhile. Oh, I gotta give you guys an update. I bought, oops, somebody's just splashed. I bought water chestnuts. Let's hope I don't drop the camera in the pool. And they had no growth on them at all. Now, as you can see, oops, I better not pull that out. Look at all the growth. This is one water chestnut right there. And I think what they do is they put all this growth up, and then the actual water chestnut that I planted in the ground will split. How many times, I don't know. Did I allow enough room? I don't know. But again, it's an experiment, so time will tell. Alright, that's my update for now. And yes, the fish are thriving. I just fed them, so I missed out on doing a video on them. But as you can see, got lots of growth in the pond, the fish pond. My raft is doing fairly well as well. So it's all good. It's all very, very good. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to y'all later.